Okay, here we are. Here I am. Sorry, my pants are falling down. Yeah, there. Here we are, gamers. How's it going? Sorry if I'm... well, technically I'm like 30 seconds early, but don't worry about it. It was almost late. Hope y'all are doing okay. I got myself a cup of coffee that I mixed in some hot cocoa mix to make a bit of a ghetto mocha. It's fine. It satisfies. I didn't have lunch. I was too busy. I was too busy being me. And that's who I am. And that's all I can be. Mamma me. Hope y'all are doing good. Got blurry there. Hope y'all are doing good. Hope y'all are doing fine. It's Saturday. We're going to be working more on the Click and Play game. So let's go ahead and get the computer turned on and get to it. What happened yesterday? I just didn't have time to stream yesterday. I had stuff going on in real life I was busy with, so unfortunately. No, I did mention it. I did mention it beforehand on the Tuesday stream, and I think even on the Saturday stream last week, so it should not have been a surprise. I did mention it. I did. Having said that, I appreciate y'all that are here right now. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in and showing up. Alright, let's get this sucker on screen if we can. Let's finish the Arthur stage today. There's no possible way that we could finish the Arthur stage today. There's too much work that has to be done for it to be finished. And it would help if I turned on the power strip that powers my capture setup, I think. That would probably be a good idea. Alright, let's see. And now we should be able to get picture. If I just... Good news, gamers. That Java update is still hanging around. I remembered why I have Java installed on my computer. I have a, my router, and this is incredibly boring, but too bad it's my stream. It's a Ubiquiti Unify router. In order to access the interface, for some reason you have to have Java installed, which is like, why? But you do, and that's why it's installed on here. There we go. Alright, just have phantom phone vibration and turn out to be nothing. Alright, it is... I keep having fucking phantom phone vibrations. January? Not January, what am I talking about? February 7th, 2026. I missed Todd on Thursday. What did Todd do on Thursday? I guarantee you it was nothing important. I guarantee you it was nothing at all important. He saved the Switch? What did he do on the Switch? What's the name of his failed space game that drove him into severe depression? Spacebound? Is Spacebound coming to the Switch? Here's the thing. At the end of the day, it's going to take a lot more than a port of Skyrim to make me open up this Switch 2. A lot more. It's still in here. The seal is still sealed. I know you can't really see it, but it's still sealed.
Why are you still using Windows 98? What is wrong with you? Stop buying computers from thrift stores, man!
Open it for Bonanza. I'm not gonna lie, I watched a bit of other people playing Bonanza. I watched a good amount of other people playing Bonanza, and I'm not... It's just not doing much for me. Like, it doesn't look bad. it doesn't look bad at all. You know? It looks, you know, it looks like what you would expect from a modern Nintendo platformer, but at the same time, it's not doing enough to make me really want to go out of my way to play it, you know? I don't know what I want from it, but it's not giving me what I want. I don't know, it's really hard to explain, because it doesn't look bad. Like, I feel like I'd be more likely to replay Mario Odyssey than I would be to play Bonanza. I don't know, something about Odyssey is a lot more appealing to me. And I can't explain it. I really can't. And it has nothing to do with the whole Rare, you know, design thing either. It's strictly just the gameplay. It looks fine. It just doesn't look... I don't know. It's really hard for me to put into words. I don't fully understand. Briefly pausing the music, so I have a few seconds of silence in the recording that I can use to noise reduce the sound after I get this into Acrobat. Not Acrobat, Premiere. Imagine if you could edit videos in Acrobat and save them as PDF files. Didn't somebody port Mario 64 to a PDF file? Hold on. I think they did. Hold on. Let's see. Is it? I think this is it. Hold on.
Just open in a Chrome
browser.
Everything.
Wow, I can't wait to play Mario 64 on a PDF.
It is very slow. Basically,
oh boy.
1 or 2 frames a second. And
there she is.
It still has some of the bugs I didn't
There's
fix
the
on
princess.
version of Super Mario 64.
There's the
But
Mario.
I'm very happy that this thing actually works. And
He's very happy.
you can play this game in it.
Well, by the way, what accent is that? I see a lot of people on YouTube that have that accent, and it's whenever I hear that accent, I always know that, like, whoever is talking knows what the fuck they're talking about. Like, you know, like they seem to have their shit together whenever they have that accent. I almost read that out loud, Orangusan. Don't do that to me. I thought you were saying, like, Austrian. Remember when we were drawing Cosby Bot here? Oh, Lord. I can't believe this is what we're doing, by the way. I don't want to just click on random YouTube videos right now. Megastar, maybe later. Okay, let's see. So we're working on Cosby Bot. Just opening the file back up and looking on this is just like, what the fuck am I doing with my life? You know what I mean? Let's see here. Oh, come on. I want to flip it without it being a dingus. Like, flip horizontal, but not around your butthole. Just whatever. It don't matter. just manually do some positioning here. Kind of like this, I think, should be good. Merge that down. Oh, hold on, let me. Is there no merge down? Just. Oops, the fuck? There's merge down. Why is it over there? Okay, I believe the head is kind of its own thing up there, so we're going to want to fill in some of the lines here so we can color it. Let's see. I just had a line tool. There we go. And bring the head back. Oh, this is what we're doing, huh? It's just one of those things where it's like every time I come back to it, like, yep, this is what we're doing. I look away from the screen for a moment, I look back, yep, there he is. Why does he look pissed? Because he's going to jail for raping women. That's why he looks pissed. Okay. Let's see. He's got... He never has one particular sweater style. He tends to wear a lot of sweaters. Well, here's the thing. The idea of this is, once again, we're doing a combining robot. So the head is made out of the Bill bot. The torso is made out of the Albert bot, and each of the 6 hands is made out of the rest of the Cosby kids. So I guess he should be wearing a red sweater to coincide with the fact that it's going to be produced out of the Fat Albert bot. So let's see what we can do with this. Let's get kind of a general layout going here. Okay, the belt can kind of just be a belt, if you know what I mean. That's 128 too bright. Yellow too bright. Just bring it down here. That's too bright as well. I want something blackish, but not so black that it's black. A little darker. I mean, at the end of the day, I need to actually be okay, wait a second. I need to consider the limitations of the Klik and Play palette. So really, I shouldn't be doing it this way. I need to use the Klik and Play palette, so... Let's do indexed color. Merge layers? No, never mind. Okay, we'll just open the Klik and Play palette in a separate, thing. And we'll just use that to pick the colors from. I already have an image of the Klik and Play palette. I have the Klik and Play palette, but I want an image of it. I guess we'll just grab one real quick. It's so nice to use the computer at its native resolution for a change. Because every other stream we use it at a slightly lower one and things look really fucky for me. Good old 35%. Okay, we just need to look at the palette. There it is. We'll take a... I was about to open Windows and look for the snipping tool like some kind of fucking moron. Okay, print screen. we go. Alright. Let's just kind of snip out the rest. There. Alright, so there's a palette we can pick from. So let's see. So I want a shade of... plenty of blacks in this palette, so we have a lot to pick from. How about this? Is this too dark? I press G for the fill bucket, and that's something completely different than this version of Photoshop. Okay, and then Fat Albert has a yellow belt buckle. Let me check. I'm looking at reference images. It might actually change depending on where he's depicted. And I just saw this Fat Albert toy from 1983, and they really failed to capture the essence of Fat Albert. Like, you would need at least 4 times that much stuffing to make a proper Fat Albert, and that's probably why they didn't do that, because it would cost too much. Fuck. Yeah, it looks like a Cabbage Patch. Like, what the hell? Okay. Trying to see if I can find a good reference image from the show to see how his belt tends to get colored in. Like a screenshot from the show. It's a little weird. You search for Fat Albert in Google Images and most of the results are not snapshots of the show. I don't know why that is. That kind of looks like a silver belt buckle. That's also not a snapshot of the show. It looks like in the show his belt buckle tends to be silver. So, I'll just color it in silver then. Okay, what's the shortcut for the paint bucket in this version? It's K for some reason. What? K. Okay, but pressing K is not bringing... Okay, whatever. There we go. He's got, like... Fat Albert's pants, like, in promo images, it tends to be blue, but in the show, it seems to be kind of like a... grayish... kind of... navy-ish kind of thing. A deep one. Maybe like this. This might work. We can probably like intersplice the color here with a different shade just to give it, you know, because it's kind of the skirt of this like Gundam thing we're ripping off. Is this a different enough color? Oh, god damn it. Let's get one shade differenter. That might be better. Kind of like that. Alright. Centerpiece is going to be a little complicated here. Let's make sure we're using the correct shade of red. I'm pretty sure we are. I'm pretty sure red and Click and Play is just red. And it is. There we go. Good. And we're going to want a slightly darker shade to set off some of these panels. Red is kind of weird in the Click and Play palette. Like, you have a lot of variations of it, from this, like, cherry-ass red to this turning purple red to just turning pink red. How about this one? Maybe like that. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. All out of cocoa coffee. Centerpiece is what I'm struggling with, because really it should all be red if it's going for a Fat Albert style, but kind of boring. I'm not sure what else to do. We could try to make it like kind of darkish on the major components, like here. Hold on. I don't like what it's doing to the head. Like here, here. And then if we want to be like, stick with the red, but then it's like, that might be fine. I'm realizing now that the Gundam that we kind of copied this torso design off of is probably trying to some extent imitate like a samurai with like the pleated kind of skirt thing. And I don't know why that's surprising to me. Let's leave this as is for now and work on the head. Plenty of shades here to pick from. What did that happen? Oh, I'm coloring in the body. Better. Let's just start with a basic color in here. The eyes, I figure, are going to be like white with like red pupils, which makes the most sense. He's not going to be flat colored like this. We're going to do something, but this is just the start. We have a few stray pixels here we got to work on. Let's see. Stray pixels here too, but we'll catch them as we go. Alright, I keep pressing G for the fucking fill bucket, and that's not what it is in this version of Photoshop. This looks horrifying. It's supposed to be horrifying. Where's the pencil in this version of Photoshop? Ugh, I was having this trouble last time, too. So the pen? No. Here? No. Here it is. Ooh. Do we want just a single pixel for the pupil? Do we want just a single pixel for the pupil? Or do we want, like, you know, a proper, like, 4 or so? Pitch black eyes. What if we did black eyes with the red pupils? Kind of like, blood tears? Why would he have blood tears? What are you on about? Okay. I think 1 pixel's not going to work here, though. Let's give it at least 4. Oops. What happened there? This... Do we want the black pupils? I mean, the black sclera. I don't know if we want the black sclera or not. What do y'all think about the black sclera? Lucius likes it. What about the rest of you? Anyone? There's 20 of you who have not provided any feedback. Lucius and Frank both like it. Still 19 of you who have no opinion. Okay, here we go. We got three in support of the black sclera. Okay, Dino Crispo likes the white. Dr. Crafty likes the white, so 3 for black, 2 for white. Cetarion is being different. He wants a light gray. I think everyone tuned out. Shingo, I don't know what the fuck that is. I was born in 1988. I did not watch Naruto. You're Shingo is outdoors shoveling the snow with my stream going on his phone. Shingo, I really hope you have headphones on. Tell me you have earbuds or headphones in, Shingo, and you're not just blasting out to whoever's around you. Oh boy. Full blasting speakers. Attention! Attention! Pedophile shoveling snow in the neighborhood has been spotted. Pedophile shoveling snow in the neighborhood has been spotted. Please apprehend the pedophile shoveling snow at all costs. I feel like neither white or black are quite right. I'm not sold on either the white or the black for the eyes. Struggling a bit with that. Pure black or pure white? I mean, that's always an option. Pure white is okay. How about the black? Black is okay. What about all red? All red is another thing. This is difficult. This is really difficult. Oops. So I feel like the face either needs some shading put on it, or it needs to kind of be turned into something more angular and robotified, considering this is supposed to be a robot. So here's what I want to try. Let me get a good zoom level. Get a good zoom level here. A little too zoomed in. It's a better zoom level. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a new layer. where I'm going to do another version of the face, but more angular, so that we can kind of see how that might look. Just so we can see how it might look. So let's see, where is here? Okay. So, this is going to be an attempt at an angular face. I don't know how good this is going to come out, but we'll see. Try and make him more robotic. So far, I'm not sold on the robotic look, but I'm gonna keep going a little bit. Keep going a little bit. It doesn't really look robotic so much as just not a lot like Cosby. It's very hard to say. Like I don't think drawing him more angular, at least at this resolution, is helpful. That might be a good idea. Add mechanical parts to his face, kind of like Frieza. Duplicate him. Maybe. 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 Oops, wrong color. Maybe. It's surprisingly difficult because the only way for him to look like Cosby is to have these organic, you know, lines. Otherwise, it's just a generic face. Try something here. Hold on, I'm trying to look up a reference photo for something. Okay, hold on, what if... That's a brush. I don't want a brush, I want a pencil. Okay, this is a test. We might not keep it this way, but I just want to test something. Wondering if we gave him like kind of like you know how in Dragon Ball Z Toriyama always draws them with these weird like socket ears, like Frieza and Cell have the same kind of ears. I don't know. I don't know. That might be a little too complicated. Also, not as robotic. No, that's not the style we need. We need a different style. Where's my history? Oops. I don't have enough history on that. No big deal. Also, we should be able to crank the history up, I think. Where would it be kept? Cache level, I'm not sure what that means. Available RAM. Ah, whatever. Okay, what if... Oops. We gave him kind of like, where's my pencil? Damn it, where's my pencil? Come on. Okay. Kind of like, almost like dome ears with like an antenna coming out the side. Hold on, I want this to extend inward a bit. Something like that going on. Now we can do something similar on the other side. And we can do the head plate. Maybe we can have like a centered head plate. Kind of like I have an example in my head of what I mean, but hold on. Let me draw the other ear, and then we'll get to the head plate. I don't know any of the shortcuts for this version of Photoshop. It's so frustrating. Okay, that helps. That helps. And then we want to do some kind of head plate. I'm trying to remember who I'm thinking of that has this kind of... Not sure. Well, let me just draw what I'm thinking. Let me just draw what I have in mind. Okay. Yeah, I mean, Frieza has like a dome. But I'm not quite thinking a dome. Okay, right now I'm thinking more of a... There's a few things we can try here. Okay, let me duplicate this layer again. So we don't lose anything. So what if we did like a... Hold on. Ugh, this mouse. I'm thinking of Mega Man, aren't I? Like Mega Man's helmet. That's what I'm thinking of. That's exactly what I was thinking of. Mega Man's helmet. No, that should stay kind of gray. Maybe be a little taller. More like Sigma? Maybe. Let me look up a picture of Sigma. Sigma kind of has either a circle or sometimes like a little triangular thing on his head. And then he also has like... Sigma has a thing going with like... Hold on. Hold on. Sigma has like these things going on. But with that, we don't want his eyes to be red. Because that's going to be too conflicting. Sigma's eyes are like pure blue, but with these things around it, how about like the dark... That might be okay. Also, I just noticed, well, you know, I was talking about, like, how Toriyama draws, like, Frieza and Cell's ears. Like, I'm looking at Sigma, and Sigma has the same fucking thing going on with his ears. Where it's like a weird socket. What if we went full-on fucking, Sigma with the eyes? It blends too much with the background. The ear antennas look very goofy in this, but I'm okay with that. We need to add some robotic elements. Is he wearing samurai pants? That's something I noticed earlier, where it's like the thing I based this on definitely seems to be samurai inspired. Like a metal jaw, maybe. That's true. A lot of details makes him look less Cosby-like. Right now, he still has the Cosby resemblance. He has the big nose, he has the saggy-ass fucking shit going on here. No jaw? Let me rewind to see what that's like. Oops, where's my history? History. Yeah, the jaw kind of detracts from his Cosby... his Cosby-ness a bit. His Cosby factor. What I want to do is I want to get some dimension to the hands. This should be a lot easier than what we're doing here. Just some dimensionality here. I say it should be easy, and then I sit here and struggle with starting. It's a shortcut for the line tool, N. Okay. These guys are supposed to be robotic. This should help with that general appearance we're going for. Oops. Fix that up a little bit. A bit more like that. Okay, it's a little better. Struggling a bit with this right here. Let's go to the next hand. I mean the next finger. What am I talking about? The next hand. That's at a slightly different angle, so I might not kind of need the background on it. Oops. Bleh. I would not say that I'm happy with these hands, but they're less flat now. The thumb is super fucked up, it is. Yeah, it is. It's a little better. Thumbs only have 2 segments. Yeah, it's true. That is true. I don't like this line here. It's not great, but it's robotic. We could use another line right here, I think. little better. Oops. Okay, okay. Not the worst goddamn thing in the whole world. Not pretty, but not the worst. Okay, okay. We're making progress. It's a little dinky, it's a little stinky, but we're making progress. So let me just check on this child. It's still napping. Still napping. Alright. I think we could do with a small amount of basic shading. Basic amount of shading here. Let's see. Might be an okay shade. Try to do this non-destructively. Very basic, stupid, dummy kind of shading. Like, nothing serious, just basic. In this specific case, I could use a 1-pixel pencil since I'm just kind of markating some shading spots. Go. Very simple. Too thick there. Okay. Like that. Just very basic. Okay. So, sorry, just in my head, I'm just kind of working out how I'm doing this. It's going to be a very focused stream today. Just primarily this art. Oops, not that one. Oops, no, cut in there. Should really technically be shaded on this side, I think, for this part of the face. Ugh, cut into the black a little bit. Let me fix that. There we go. There should be a small amount here because of these jowls. Small amount under this nose. This is an awful cursor for this. Like, the dots, the 4 dots, are like getting in the way of me being able to see anything. Ugh. Completely fucked that part up. There we go. Whew. Okay, so this is kind of jowl. This is like just chin flab. Just a slight amount of shading here as well. Fucking up the line a bit. I'm about to come back and fix it. That. Not there. It's a really bad mouse I'm working with. Alright, alright. This is so much more effort than this deserves. Whew. Cut into the line a bit again. This will be so much easier with a decent mouse. Not there. Okay. Alright, alright. Okay, whew. Lord. Good, it's good. Something like this up here. And there'll definitely be a lot less shiny parts on here than shadowy parts, so this part should be a little more straightforward. Oops, not like that. Slight amount of shine here. Significantly less shiny parts on him. Up there. Might not need too much more shine on him. There might be an acceptable amount of shine. In fact, I don't even think we need the shine on his little stupid chin chunk down there. That part's even excessive. Could use a little this right here. There we go. Good, that's the extent of shine. Now we gotta get some of these metal chunks here, so let's touch some of this up. Just gonna adjust this a bit. Let's readjust the brake here so that the bottom part can be more square. I feel like we would benefit from it being more square. So let's start by just completing this chunk. This part can be reshaped. That. Now, we're gonna find a more square part to break it at. That might be good. That might be good. it up kind of like that. There we go. And give it a bit of shading since it's very metallic. Probably do a good brighter one than that, even. Better, okay. Let's go back to the one brush, pencil. And it's gonna get a good bit of shading. Of shine, I mean, since it's more metallic. Oops, we can fix that. Go. Correct. Overcorrected a little, but it's fine. Go. Good. Yeah. Nice, okay. That's what we want to see. And this will be a little less shiny. So the side is positioned at. Okay. Okay, that's something. That is indeed something. Whew. Save to make sure I don't lose anything. Jesus, the amount of work this takes. Ugh. Fuck. It's my water. All the way on the other side of my room. Great. Cool. Wonderful. Admiring it momentarily, admiring it as much as I can admire a horrible Cosby death bot. Fuck, okay. Ugh, I got my hair seeping into my eyes somehow. I don't want to get a haircut. It takes too much time. Alright. Before we hit the body up, let's try to add something resembling shading to these hands. Ugh. Alright, alright. I don't know if that part should be shaded dark or not. Should it? Maybe. Did I use the correct shade over here? Did not. Better. It's not perfect, but something. The hands are gonna get some additional shit going on with them when they get themed after individual Cosby Kids, I think, so we'll just not stress too much about them. Not too much. Okay. Body will probably get a little bit of shading. Not. I mean, there's something kind. Well, I don't think how I want to do the body here. This is an interesting image. Look it out of context. Yes, yes it is. Oh boy. Too drastic of a difference. Let's bring it up a bit. Oh, too far in the other direction. Literally destroys the whole thing. So that's the only available shade. Okay, that's fine. We could, if we really wanted to, we might be able to do some dithering at the edge, but I'm not going to worry too much about that. very basic, dummy, idiot, stupid moron shading, but it'll do. I have to patch up some holes down there before I fill it in. Yep, just a few. Oops. There we go. Okay. Yeah, maybe a small shine on this part of the armor. Oops. Oops. Yeah, okay, that's a little fucked. No problem. We can figure out where the hole is. I see a few holes there, alright. Oh, it's really hard to see these two colors on the screen. I mean that might work for the general purpose we got going here. That might generally sort of kind of work. Let me save. Okay, I need to bring up some reference images here. We need to do some hands themed after the various Cosby kids that aren't Albert and Bill self-insert. So let's see, where's my hands? And where? We will duplicate. Okay, so Russell's kind of a blue. We're gonna get a basic coloring going before we really start putting details into these things. It's gonna be reserved for Dumb Donald. He's got a big ol'... primarily green, but that pink cap is really important, so we're gonna add pink details to this once we actually do more coloring on it. Okay. So Rudy has a kind of red and magenta with orange hat, so that's going to be a little tricky to get going once we actually put in some details. I feel like this whole line in the center here, that this absurd amount of magenta-ish that takes up a whole vertical line in the Click and Play palette is kind of absurd. We'll start with this, and then we'll make it look good later. Okay, let's go for another hand. Let's see, good. Bucky. Bucky's wearing yellow. Yellow is pretty bad in the Click and Play palette. Rather than darker yellows, you have it just kind of turning orange. Harold. Harold has an orange overcoat, and then the only other color on him that's prevalent is his jeans, so we'll just make him some kind of orange. And I'm actually thinking we're gonna move Harold to the other side so he's not right next to this yellow hand as well. But let's get all the colors in place first. Mushmouth doesn't have... his colors aren't very, original either. Kinda has a... got the red hat and pants, and a blue scarf. Why does he need 6 hands again for all of the Cosby kids? Mushmouth's gonna be a little tricky. I'm actually gonna color him like one of these fellas already. And then we're gonna have to add details to make him actually work. Okay, so we need to mix up these hands a bit. There's too many oranges on the right side, so we're gonna move Harold over. Here. And then Donald can go over to the right. We need to add some details to actually have them have some more resemblance to the Cosby kids they're supposed to be. Okay, so Russell has like a purple cap, so let's add some purple fingertips over here. Contiguous mode. Anyway, let's go slightly darker shade. This thumb. It's also got a yellow scarf and red boots. Like the yellow scarf is the more prevalent. The more prevalent aspect he has going on than the boots. Maybe a touch darker, I think. Harold's this one, right? Okay. Harold. One second. Try to get this girl to not nap so long. Little girl! Nap time's over. It's time to wake up. Let's see if she gets up. Harold. He's got a white undershirt and then like blue jeans. So what we can do here. We'll give him like the hand center can be white. Thumb. Oops. Can kind of get the blue jean treatment since the blue jeans are pretty prevalent on him. Kind of a lighter shade. Let's see, Rudy is very, very character design. He's got like orange hat, so we'll pop that on the fingertips here. And this purple is more the shade of his pants. His centerpiece is kind of like a pinkish red. Let's see, a pinkish red. A lot of that to choose from. This might actually be pretty good. Yep, that's basically what we need. Let's do... It's just gonna be too dark. I mean, too bright. Too bright. Let's find hold on. I have to, like, block off the thumb on these guys so we have a place to put some other colors. One shade darker. Like that. It loses its color a bit. Okay, we'll stick with this for now. God damn it. Okay. And then his sleeves are actually a bit, more pink than the purple we've got in his thumb here, so we're gonna go for a pinkish, like this. In fact, I might even be able to do a shade brighter. Yeah, I think so. More like that. God damn it. Damn it. Okay, okay. That's a decent representation. Move over here, and we got... Oops, who's at the top here? I think that's Bucky. Right? Yep. Bucky's design is very, uninteresting. He's got a yellow shirt and, like, green pants. Not much we can really do with that. Now that I see we're giving him the green pant here, I kind of want to move him to the other side away from this green hand, but we'll work on that. Donald is great because of his pink-ass hat, so let's get the pink we were using over here, which is a great shade for this. Let me actually hide Mushmouth while we're working on this. Oops. Okay. He's also got blue jeans on, so we can go ahead and give him... And his are kind of a more traditional, darker kind of blue. Oops, hold on. I keep forgetting. There we go. And Mushmouth has an interesting thing going on with the red hat and then a blue scarf. And red-ass pants, I forgot about that, so let's actually go ahead and... This... His palette does not have to be this nuts, but it is. Blue scarf, I'm gonna sneak in on the first little joints of his fingers, I think. Oh boy, that's a visual fucking mess, but it does represent the, it does represent these Cosby kids. Like, you know, you look at this, and then this, and like, it does what it's supposed to do. I'm just looking to see if there's anything I want to change. I mean, it does what we set out to do. We have a giant robot consisting of Fat Albert and the Cosby Kids. It's not the prettiest thing on Earth, but it'll get it done. And when it comes to animating, like obviously, you know, the body and head are going to be in the center with minimal movement, maybe kind of like a little bit of sway to them. And obviously the head will do some kind of animations when it does attacks. The hands themselves, I feel like the hands need to have a little bit of a, you know, like this kind of, which is going to be a pain in the ass, but I feel like it has to have at least a little bit of that. Just a little bit of that, because otherwise it's weird for them to just be still. And they're also going to be kind of moving around. The hands are going to be doing the most movement during the boss fight. Like, you know, they're going to have to be getting in place to do their attacks. Some of them are going to leave and come back, etc., for whatever we end up deciding to do. Yeah, we could flip the head, you know, to have it look like he's looking around. I'm not. It'll be a little jarring, but it's an option. And here's the thing: at the very start of the boss fight, we need to have it apparent what's happening here. So, you know, we approach here. You know, Arthur flies in. One of the wingmen says, you know, like, shoot, we were so close to the thing. And then, you know, as Albert flies in from the top. Then, you know, Albert enters his robot. And then as he enters his robot, suddenly the other 7 Cosby Kids robots should appear behind him. And the 6 hand robots are going to, like, turn into the hands. Albert's robot's going to turn into the torso here. And Bill's robot turns into the head. And then it joins, the health bar appears, and then the fight starts. That's the idea. So there's still some art we need to do. There's still a bit of fucking art we gotta do here. Like, this is the idea for the actual boss, but we have stuff we gotta do here. Okay, so the next thing for us to draw, like obviously at some point we're going to have to give some animation to the hands to have them look less static. Just like a small, like, it doesn't even have to be a long animation, just a slight little finger kind of movement. But the next major thing to draw for this boss fight is going to be each of these components in their non-transformed mode. So just kind of generic mechs that resemble the rest of the Cosby Kids. Before they do kind of a quick, like, into what they are for the components of Bill here. Okay. So that's the plan. Let me make sure I saved. I don't remember if I saved. So that's the plan for what we're going to be doing here. And we're not going to put a lot of thought into the transformation. Like, the robots they come in are just going to resemble each of the Cosby Kids. There's going to be kind of like they're going to be there. There's going to be a frame where there's like they're kind of like, you know, getting all crumpled up. And then the next frame, they pop out as the hands. I figure the torso will come in the size it is, more resembling Albert with, you know, with arms coming out. And Albert will dock his, you know, the pod he's been using throughout the stage. He will dock his pod up into the neck. And then when he transforms, the pod just, like, slurps down to the torso, and his, you know, Fat Albert arms will just kind of fold behind or disappear in some way. So that's all the torso will do. The head is going to be the most nonsensical transformation because top left here, that's Bill Cosby's self-insert as a kid. It's a skinny kid. How that skinny kid is going to turn into that big blobby, disgusting Bill Cosby head is not something we're going to put a lot of thought into. No, it's going to appear on screen as a robotic-looking version of that skinny kid. It's going to, like, just slurp, like, fold in on itself. It's going to, like, fold in on itself. And then suddenly, it's Cosby's big fat fucking head somehow. Because let's be honest, there's no way to transform that skinny-ass Bill Cosby self-insert into a big blobby head. There's no way. There's no way to logically do it. So it's just going to have to be imaginary, and then suddenly it's a head. Oh, sorry. Let me reboot the music there. We don't need to fade to black. All we need is a single frame for them untransformed. Just a generic kind of like I don't have an action figure around me, but you take an action figure, a flexible action figure, you crumple it up. You know, his joints are in weird positions. We crumple it up. No, Shinko, we're not doing that. We crumple it up. There's one frame of it crumpled up, and then the next frame is the hand kind of popping out of it. So that's the idea. A very simple animation. I think so. I think that's the idea we're going to go for. Okay. It's important to plan all this out, because then I gotta draw it. You know? It's important for me to talk this out so I know exactly what I'm going to be doing next stream. Okay. This won't be the worst thing in the world. This will not be the worst thing in the world. It's going to be very simple. Depending on how quickly we were able to draw each of the Cosby kids as a generic robot, it's possible we could even get that part done in 1 or 2 streams. All we really have to do is grab some, promo art of each of the individual Cosby kids. Trace over them. Give them some quick, angles and robotic features. Okay. I'm reading it out loud for the people watching on the archive channel. Colonel Panic says, it's funny that no one's even going to make it so far. They're going to get filtered by the gadget fight. You're... On top of... Okay, 1, yes. 2, on top of that, let's be 100% honest. Let's be 100% honest. Roughly 30 people are going to end up playing this game when it's done, because that's how many viewers I have. We're doing all this work, years of work. Granted, it's like 2 hours a day. It's 2 hours a week. The years of work we're putting into this, it's going to result in about 30 people playing this game, and maybe 12 of them making it past the gadget fight. So all this work we're more or less doing for nothing, other than our own enjoyment of doing the work. I am having fun making it, and that's the important part. But yeah, at the end of the day, no one's really going to play this game. Let's be perfectly honest. No one is really going to play this game. I'm glad that you guys are going to play it. That I'm really glad about. Once it's finally done and you guys get to play it, I'm going to be really happy about that, And I really hope you guys enjoy it once it's done and we put it out and you guys can play it. And I've said it multiple times during this process, my one big hope for this game is that at least one YouTuber/streamer of popularity sits down and plays it and like puts his whole self into it to actually, beat it. If at least one like YouTuber/streamer with decent enough viewership sits through it and their viewers enjoy it, then I would be pretty happy. I would be pretty happy. That's the end goal for this, I think. But And another thing I have to consider is once this is done, this is a click and play game designed for Windows like 98. Click and play games don't natively run on modern Windows. I need to also set it up in a way where it easily runs on modern Windows. What do you call it? The gadget demo I put out, it's running through DOSBox, and that works well enough, except for the major issue that longer sound effects, from one reason or another, don't play at all. So I'm gonna have to look at that and see if there's something I can do about that. Because if you play through the gadget demo, you will find the longer sound effects don't play, which is annoying as hell. So I have to see what I can do about that. I'm just using like vanilla DOSBox in that demo. It might work better with the modern ports of DOSBox. I've not gotten to sit down and look at that to see if it works better in modern versions of DOSBox. Like DOSBox Pure or DOSBox X or DOSBox Staging, I don't know what they're called, but it might work better in there. I just keep looking at this thing on screen and I'm just appalled by what we're doing. Oh, Lord. Okay, this is already saved. Let's just close this. Let me save our palette as well. Probably spelled palette wrong, I don't care. Alright, close out of this sucker. Why did our pretty good door Photoshop file adopt the icon of a mouse now? Windows 98 is weird. It's just weird.
Goodbye, stupid. We've had a lot of fun on your crappy computer. Please don't ever come back.
Alright, so anyway, like I said, appreciate you guys tuning in. Had a good time making progress of this absurd fucking thing we're making. I'm genuinely hoping that the drawing of the Cosby Kid bots will only last 1 or 2 streams. I feel like if there's any point in this stage, like I feel like we managed to avoid Simpsoning the actual main stage of this level so far. So props on us, we managed to avoid Simpsoning the main stage. This boss fight is where we are at most risk of Simpsoning it. This boss fight is where we are at high risk of Simpsoning it. So hopefully the intro sequence that I just described earlier of the bots transforming is the most complicated part of this boss fight. And the rest is just going to be flying around, hands coming in doing attacks, you're shooting at them, and eventually it dies. If this does not end up being a particularly hard boss, I am okay with that. Just as long as we can avoid Simpsoning it. Anyway, thanks again for watching. I really appreciate it. Tune in Tuesday at 10 p.m. Eastern for more Barnyard, which I still have not watched the movie of. We'll see what happens with that. So long as everything goes according to plan, then tune in next Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern when we're going to go back to Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. I definitely wanted to play it yesterday. I just couldn't, so I'm missing it. So hopefully we find some more challenges for the Nintendo Shit Cube. And then next Saturday, 1 p.m. Eastern, we continue our journey of Cosby Bot. Jesus fuck. It never stops being just like appalling when I think about the Cosby Bot. It doesn't stop. Anyway, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go crumple up into a ball and hope that nobody finds me under the stairs. I wish I could stop the stream without moving my hands. I need to put a foot pedal under here that'll stop the stream. And then, like, the cat or the dog or the baby will step on it while I'm in the middle of the stream, and I won't notice that the stream is dead.